You're watching Wayne TV, CBS Fort Wayne. This is coverage you can count on News Channel 15's News at 6.
Storms blew through northeast Indiana and northwest Ohio this afternoon. Winds up to 91 miles an hour left widespread damage. Some people have even lost parts of their homes. Good evening, I'm Heather Herron.
And I'm Mark Mellinger. Let's go ahead and head right out to News Channel 15's Randy Spieth.
He is at Lombard and Pennsylvania this evening with a look at some of that damage. How bad is it, Randy?
Well, good evening. We're out here at the southeast side of town where tonight's storm has basically ripped through an entire house. As you can see behind me, this tree actually split off into two different directions. On the back part of the roof, the tree knocked out the back left corner. Much of the siding is gone too. As we come over to the front part of the house as well, we can see that the entire front awning has been knocked off. There's actually a fire line asking people to not cross. We were told that a 70-year-old couple was inside the home when the tree did fall. A young man said he went inside to try to see if everyone was okay. The woman inside the home was actually hit in the head and had a minor cut. We were told by her daughter that she was treated, had about 3 stitches. The gentleman inside the home was not injured at all. There's tons of houses just like this across the city. You have more on Wayne.com. We did just learn that the dog at the house was found okay. Reporting live tonight from Fort Wayne, Randy Spieth, News Channel 15.
Well, as Randy mentioned, the storm has caused damage all across our viewing area, and there are also a lot of power outages right now. News Channel 15's Megan Royce continues our team coverage live. Megan?
Well, Mark, as you mentioned, there are thousands of people here in the Fort Wayne area without power tonight. What you're about to see right now is video that we captured earlier today during the storm. Indiana Michigan Power is reporting more than 58,000 customers in Allen County are in the dark. In Adams County, there are more than 2,100, Wells more than 1,100, Huntington almost 400, Whitley 330, Noble nearly 400, DeKalb 630, and Grant County more than 3,100 people without power. I&M's not sure when it will be able to restore its customers' power. We've also reached out to Northeastern REMC. They say 5,000 of their customers in Allen County are in the dark. Nearly 2,000 of its customers in Whitley County are without power. As far as road closures go, Spy Run is closed. Drivers are reporting a tree down covering all lanes on South Clinton Street near Creighton. The Allen County Sheriff's Department says there are power lines down on some county roads. They are asking drivers to slow down and be patient. The Fort Wayne Police Department says it's not sure how many roads are closed. Officers have reached out to dispatch and they're so overwhelmed with calls they couldn't provide a list. Numerous viewers have sent us pictures of trees down in their yards, homes, and roads by using Report It. If you live in Fort Wayne and you have a tree down or need help with flooding issues, the city asks you to call its information number, which is 311. Do not dial 911 if it is not an emergency. We've also gotten word from the Warren Police Department. Officers say folks in Warren are without power. Their evening festivities and events have been canceled. Salina, Ohio police have also reached out to us, and they were asking people there not to go outside. They are without power right now, and there are a lot of lines down, and once it gets dark, they're concerned that people will go out and they won't see these lines, and they may actually hurt themselves. So they're asking you, if you live in Salina, Ohio, to please stay inside tonight. We'll have updated numbers for you towards the end of the newscast. Reporting live in Fort Wayne, Megan Royce, News Channel 15.
Fort Wayne International Airport sustained some damage today, too. As we said, the winds reached 91 miles an hour and damaged 2 hangars, knocked out some runway lights, and blew down trees and a windsock.
Moments ago, we spoke to Fort Wayne Mayor Tom Henry about the damage. He is asking folks to be patient when it comes to downed trees. Crews are working on clearing the primary streets first.
That's our main area of concentration right now as far as downed trees. The trees and the branches that are on secondary streets, we will get to those as we can, but our main concern was to make sure that our primary streets were clear for emergency vehicles. Now we'll get into the bus route streets and the third tier of streets. So we'll get to those as we can.
Off of Taylor Street tonight, an auto shop had its roof ripped off. Metal sheathing from the roof could be found on the ground surrounding the business. Along with that building, a number of cars were also damaged.
We've got quite a bit of damage. Several cars were damaged. Obviously, our roof, it actually took a brick out of the building there, too. So we've got some structural damage that we're going to have to get taken care of.
There were some customers in the store at the time, along with 5 employees, but no one was injured.
Video journalist J.R. Carmichael was out on the south side of Fort Wayne where there were lots of trees down all over. J.R. got video of people already out cutting up trees and trying to clear the streets so traffic can flow smoothly. We caught up with Killian Oberstar, who said the wind actually blew him back away from his door.
I was coming in from the car and I was trying to shut the door, and I got blown off my porch about 6 feet into my yard. That's how bad the wind was blowing. I couldn't get up into the house.
And again, wind speeds at Fort Wayne International Airport over 90 miles an hour today. So what can we expect tonight? Let's head right over to Chief Meteorologist Jonathan Condor in the live Doppler 15 Weather Center.
A little calm in the action, a little break in the action. That's what I'm enjoying because, boy, those storms are moving so fast at times. Just the movement of the storms, they're moving at 60 to 70 miles an hour. Here's the good news. We don't have any watches. We don't have any warnings. Here's a look at live Doppler 15 Fury. A few sprinkles up near Defiance and up near Williams, and a few more sprinkles down in Mercer County. But here's the big view, folks. That was a squall line or a bow echo, and that produces widespread damaging winds already through Columbus, and now it's making a beeline for West Virginia. Not good for them. They're going to have the same thing that we had. Notice that all the lightning strikes pretty much out of the area, and we're pretty much done for the rain for now. Temperatures, they're coming back up now. 68 in Fort Wayne, 70 up in Auburn. Forecast for tonight will climb in the mid-70s by 9 o'clock. We'll hover in the lower 70s tomorrow morning. There's a 20% chance of a thunderstorm in the overnight. They don't look too strong, but tomorrow afternoon, as the heat builds back in, we're under another risk of severe weather. It's a slight risk, similar to what we had today. What does that mean? Tornadoes, hail, winds. I'll talk about that in the forecast here in a few moments.
Okay, thanks, Jonathan. Well, beginning today, you were supposed to be able to set off fireworks, but under the burn bans, that is not the case in a lot of local counties. News Channel 15's Adam Widener was in the Allen County Commissioners meeting this morning. They talked about that. What did they decide?
Well, Allen County has extended its burn ban until further notice. That means you cannot shoot off fireworks unless you have a state permit. That's in all of Allen County. But some fireworks stores are still contesting the idea.
It's tough knowing that 4th of July is right around the corner.
Commissioners extended all of Allen County's burn ban until further notice because of drought conditions. It's a decision that prohibits shooting off fireworks unless you have a state permit.
You may have displays if you have state permits, but we are strongly encouraging those who have those state permits to put off those displays until such time as the conditions approve.
But you hear a different story coming out of some local fireworks stores.
We were given very specific instructions, from corporate that we were applicable to the state law, and that was that.
A sign in USA Fireworks at Illinois and Hillgas encourages people to abide by a state statute, which says fireworks are allowed from June 29th to July 9th, and challenge the county's ban.
Until this goes to a judge, and a judge makes an official ruling on this, everybody is spouting their opinion, and nothing's factual.
But commissioners say the burn ban trumps the state statute because it's a state of emergency.
We believe, and we've vetted it through our legal counsel, that the position we've taken is the correct position, and that we do indeed have legal authority to establish this burn ban, which includes a prohibition of fireworks.
And strongly encourage you not to listen to anyone who says differently.
They're wrong.
As of right now, it's up to each county to decide if fireworks are banned. Fireworks are banned in Allen County unless you have a state permit. Wells, Huntington, Whitley, DeKalb, and Steuben counties at last check, but fireworks are still allowed but discouraged in Adams, Noble, and LaGrange. Commissioners and the Fort Wayne Fire Marshal assured me that people caught shooting fireworks without a state permit, they will be fined, and even urge you to call police in Allen County if you see personal fireworks, saying that they're actually that dangerous right now because it's so dry.
Okay, thank you, Adam. Still to come tonight on News Channel 15 at 6, we have lots of viewer photos of that storm damage, and we'll share them with you. Plus, believe it or not, a group of Muslims prayed for rain this afternoon.
Coverage you can count on continues with Heather Herron and Mark Mellinger.
Lots of you have sent in weather photos via Reported on Wayne.com.
News Channel 15's Alyssa Ivinson has been busy compiling some of the best photos, and she joins us now from the Weather Center with a look at those.
That's right. We've actually had viewers send us in more than 200 photos in the couple hours since the storm has happened. Take a look at this one. This is of the old Fort Wayne Foundry. This was sent to us via our Facebook page. That building just no longer there. These sent in through our Report It feature. The Polk Township School, that's down in Huntington County, also no longer even a building. Now, there are tons of trees down all over the viewing area. These straight line winds that just ripped through our area, some of them registering 91 miles per hour at the Fort Wayne Airport, 84 miles per hour gusts over in Paulding, Ohio, just taking out trees all the way around, lots of trees on top of homes and causing all kinds of damage throughout the area. If you want to see more of these photos, we have them posted in a photo gallery on Wayne.com. You can go through hundreds of photos that we're getting through, and if you've seen some storm damage in your area, of course, send those to us through our Report It feature. Mark and Heather.
Okay, thank you so much, Alyssa. And ironically, a group of Muslims in Fort Wayne actually prayed for rain and water today. The service took place after their daily prayers. Members of the group said they decided to do this special prayer because they live off the land, and this is one thing they could do to help with the drought concerns.
Well, Jonathan, what can you say? Just a nightmare of an afternoon here.
Unbelievable, and it almost looks like a bunch of little tornadoes went through the area, but it was just one big squall line. Wow. We also call that a bow echo. High today, 93 at the airport, only 0.08 of an inch of rain before the rain gauge got knocked over by those damaging winds. What can we expect for the holiday weekend? What about this heat wave? It's all in the forecast after the break.
Coverage you can count on continues with Chief Meteorologist Jonathan Conder's live Doppler 15 Fury forecast.
We'll look for another round of severe weather to move in for tomorrow, but first things first, let's talk about what's going on right now. It's pretty quiet out there. Taking a look at live Doppler 15 Fury. We're dry in Allen County, Fort Wayne. Few leftover light showers over near Defiance, down near the Portland area. But you can see the bulk of the severe weather long gone, and it makes sense. Storms were moving to the east from 60 to 70 miles an hour. Again, look at the big picture here on live Doppler 15 Fury. There it is. That's the same line of storms that moved through earlier this afternoon. See how the line of storms bow out? That's what we call a bow echo. And on the leading edge of the bow, that's where you get the strongest winds. That's what we had across Allen County, especially over towards Paulding and Van Wert and Defiance County. And again, it's all moving away from us. And back here in Allen County, we're all nice and quiet. Let's take a look outside and see what we have. We can see the clouds moving away from us. St. Joseph Hospital cam. A little more sunshine coming out now. Even though we're typically past our peak heating for the day, we're going to warm up just a smidge. We're 68 degrees now after a high today of 93. The airport only reporting 0.8 of an inch of rain, but it rained more than that. What happened? The 91-mile-per-hour wind gusts at the airport knocked over the rain gauge and knocked over the backup rain gauge. So the rain gauge right now is not working, and the National Weather Service is looking to go down there and fix it for our next round of rain coming in for tomorrow. So we'll climb to the mid-70s this evening, down to the lower 70s tomorrow morning. The high tomorrow, 95. It's going to be muggy tomorrow, so the heat index will be over 100 degrees. Rain chances really low now. There's a chance of storms in the overnight. It's low. There's another chance coming in tomorrow afternoon. We have 72 up in Angola at 69 down in Portland, so a nice little cool down. Unfortunately, the price to pay was all that widespread damage. And so what happened? Well, we have that heat dome. It's down to our south. We had all that saved energy, all that heat, all that humidity, and we had a line of storms come out of the Chicago area. They're right underneath the jet stream and the storm track, and they accelerated into that heat and humidity. So again, there's that squall line or bow echo. That was wave number 1. What's this in Iowa? Wave number 2, and it's on the storm track to move in. So let's see if we can find it here on Futurecast. So 8 o'clock this evening, looking pretty quiet. Isolated showers and thunderstorms possible in the overnight. We'll track it carefully. But watch what happens tomorrow. We're looking at about the same setup. Thunderstorms to redevelop as they move through that heat that builds in. So tomorrow afternoon, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. There is a risk of severe weather. It doesn't look like it's going to be as high of a risk as what we had today, but nonetheless, it's the weekend. We're out and about. Please be weather aware because there is that risk of severe weather. 30% chance at storms at your house for tomorrow, 20% chance on Sunday, more heat on tap, and then triple-digit heat for the holiday weekend.
Okay.
Hopefully not quite as severe because people are still going to be cleaning up after today's round. So.
Oh, yeah.
I just hope the power comes back on so the AC can run at your house.
I agree. The cleanup in itself is going to take days. Thank you, Jonathan.
And Glenn has sports up next.
Coverage you can count on continues with Glenn Marini's Sports 15 report.
With the 26th pick in the 2012 NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Plumlee from Duke University.
He was born in Fort Wayne. His family lives in Warsaw, and now Miles Plumlee is starting his NBA career right here in his home state. As you heard, Plumlee taken by the Pacers with the 26th pick in last night's NBA draft. It's a meteoric rise for a guy who just a couple months ago wasn't even a sure thing to get drafted. This afternoon, he got introduced in Indy, and since the pick, the Pacers have gotten a ton of flack. Many of the so-called experts consider Plumlee a reach for a first-rounder. The athletic big man put up only 7 points and 7 boards as a senior at Duke. However, he's a banger and can add depth to the front court. He was also Larry Bird's final stamp on the Pacers, and Bird's track record speaks for itself.
It's too good to be real, almost, it feels like. And, I had a great conversation with him after the workout, and it was one of my best workouts. And, he said they had the 26th pick and they could see what they could do, but I didn't know what he meant at the time, and it's crazy how it works out. I definitely can score, but I know that's not what they brought me in here for, and I know I can contribute in other ways. What I did at Duke I don't think is indicative of who I am as a player entirely. I got more to offer, and I'm excited to show Indiana what I can do. I play with a lot of energy, and I'm an easy guy to play with, so I think I can play off other guys and just make the team better.
The Pacers also made a trade to get the 36th pick. They took small forward Orlando Johnson out of UC Santa Barbara. Speaking of the second round, that's where Robbie Hummel heard his name called. The Purdue grad taken 58th by the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's the T-Wolves' only pick since they traded away their first rounder before the draft. Hummel is in Purdue's top 10 all-time for scoring, rebounding, three-pointers, and blocks. They say it's lonely at the top, but I'll bet Jose Valentino and the Tin Caps will take it. The Caps beating Great Lakes 10-0 last night. That puts Fort Wayne alone at the top of the Midwest League's Eastern Division standings. The Caps 5-2 in the second half of the season. They've scored 10 runs in 2 of their last 3 games. They're also riding a 3-game winning streak. They'll try and keep it up tonight against the Loons as Addis Portillo will get the start of the mound. First pitch set for 7:05 in lovely Midland, Michigan.
Lovely Midland, Michigan.
I've actually been there.
Oh, you have? And is it lovely?
It's very nice.
It actually is.
All right. Thank you, Glenn.
And we'll get an update on those power outages when we come back.
Returning to our top story, storm damage all over the Fort Wayne area and literally thousands with power outages. News Channel 15's Megan Royst has the latest on those outages.
Mark, as you mentioned, there are thousands of people in the Fort Wayne area without power. Just a quick update on numbers from Indiana Michigan Power. They're reporting more than 62,000 customers in Allen County are still in the dark. In Adams County, there are more than 3,150 customers. Wells, more than 1,400. Huntington, 420. Whitley, 385. Noble, nearly 400. DeKalb, 772. And Grant County, more than 3,200. If you're interested in keeping up with those numbers and seeing when you might return back, you might get your power back, that is, go to Wayne.com. We've got a link to I&M's website. Reporting live in Fort Wayne, I'm Megan Royst, News Channel 15.
Yeah, as they get out there and survey the damage, it's worse.
Pretty scary. I mean, it wasn't a tornado. It was just a big line of storms. That's a squall line, folks. And tonight, a little break in the action. Still mild and muggy, down to 73. Chance of storms late. I'm talking after 3 in the morning. And then more thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. It's about a 30% chance. It's a higher chance. There's a higher chance of storms, so the chance you're going to get rain again at your house tomorrow, it's a 30% chance. So not everybody could get the rain tomorrow. Highs in the 90s still for the next 4 days, and then triple-digit heat to start your long holiday weekend. Happy 4th of July, by the way.
All right, thanks, Jonathan.
Take a deep breath. You've earned it after today. Thanks for being with us.
We'll see you at 11.